Welcome back to Mordavia, ladies and gentlemen. I am Marcus Aurelius, and this is Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. And we are just hanging out. We're going to head over to Irana's garden so that we can rest a little bit and enjoy some more Twilight stuff. Because different things happen at different times during the day. Now, you can also spend the night here in Irana's garden, which leads to some kind of trippy fever dream thing, but I just don't feel like we're ready for that just yet.
After some rest, you feel better.
Okay. Now let's see if we can make it back to town without getting killed.
You feel a chill go through you as you enter this part of the forest, as if a cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere.
We don't want any of that. Not yet, anyway. Ooh, hello.
A ghostly figure floats near the center of this clearing.
Everything is so strange. I lost my way home. Please, can you help me find my way? I'm trying to find my way home. I keep getting lost. Can you show me the way to town?
Sure, I could totally do that.
The ghostly apparition vanishes.
Oh. Or maybe I can't. If you just vanish.
You feel a chill go...
Uh-oh. Run. Oh, there's town. This is another song I really like.
You have the sensation of someone watching you. You sense curiosity and no immediate danger.
It is good to see you again. I hope you are enjoying your visit to Mordavia. You need to take better care of yourself, you know? It is very dangerous out at night. Why, you've been injured. Here, take this and drink it. It should help. I would be most displeased. I mean, sorry, if something were to happen to you. Come to me. I have something to show you. I warned you it is dangerous here at night, and you do not listen. I intend to teach you a lesson.
A strange feeling sweeps your body.
Lust?
You realize that you now know the frostbite spell.
Oh.
Perhaps that will help keep you alive when I am not with you.
She is the attractive peasant woman you met shortly after escaping from the Cave of the Dark Ones.
You may call me Katrina. And what shall I call you?
You can call me interested.
The forest is a very dangerous place. Many monsters walk here, especially at night. Please, please be careful.
I don't know. They say she's dressed like a peasant, but she's not very peasant-y. Like, she's got these velvet arms, and she's got this cloak pin that looks like it's made out of gold. I mean, she must be doing pretty well for herself if she's just a peasant.
Magic is very useful for survival in Mordavia. Use it wisely and carefully.
Actually, I'm a paladin, but yeah.
I must go now. I hope we can meet again soon. I enjoy your company.
Before you can think to follow her, the young peasant girl has disappeared into the forest.
Ah, well. Good times. Let's grapple back into town.
You catch the top of the gate with your grapnel and clamber up the rope. A few moments later, you slip over the gate and into the town. A shiver of cold comes over you. You sense no danger, but even so, you find yourself afraid.
This is all paladin stuff, by the way.
There is one for whom I weep. She lies in her watery grave, her heart broken by a lover untrue. Speak with the gypsies on how to free her spirit. Free the Rusalka and heal her sorrow.
You mean the gypsies who refuse to talk to me? Those gypsies? Okay.
You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door.
Oh, who's this?
Have a seat. Wait, no, better leave the seats here. But why don't you sit down on one? This show can't get on the road until you get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or maybe just sit.
Okay, I'll sit.
Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Moldavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "You know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it." You may as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course, that's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on? Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day, and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here. Anyhow, show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks, and I'll show you a guy who's rich. Hey, you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
Phew. The gnome has stopped speaking. Maybe he's finished telling his joke. You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you've heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what? Is this an inn or a cemetery? I've had livelier times at funerals. Some help you were. Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder? It's nights like these that make me feel like an inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But what? And get out of show business?
Are they not going to feed me tonight? Where are you from?
Be they ever so humble, there's nobody stays home. I've been on the road so long, I have flat tires on my feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't. I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last store down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together. Hey, my last tour was a great success. I outran everyone. But there's no business like show business. With me, the show must go on and on and on.
You sound like a man, but you have very womanly hips. I mean, I'm not trying to assume your gender or anything, but you're kind of hard to gauge.
I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but, oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time.
Okay. Can I maybe have some dinner? I guess not. What's new with you, innkeeper?
He too is a stranger to Moldavia.
Hey, what am I, shredded wheat? If you're talking behind my back, at least have the courtesy to do it face to face.
Let's see what Hans, Franz, and the other guy are doing.
Well, you know I'm not a census taker over here, but there are no other gnomes in Mordavia.
No wonder.
Yeah, when they show up, there goes the neighborhood. We have no need for gnomes here.
You guys are so narrow-minded you could all look through a keyhole with both eyes. What gnome would want to work here? You guys have all the sense of humor of a wyvern with a hangover.
At the risk of waxing poetic, what need have we of fools?
Hey, you got a point. There are enough fools in here already to reach critical mass. If it pays to be ignorant, why are you guys so broke?
Somebody just shoot me.
And just when I was going to invite yous to my party. There's always room for one bore.
Oh, I'll tell you, he's rough, you know? Anyone could tell better jokes than that gnome did. Where's Shaky Green when you need him?
Look, I'd argue with you, but I never engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed man.
The guy's dying up there. I didn't get anything.
Hey, how could you? If ignorance is really bliss, you're the world's happiest guy.
He's handling the heckling all right, though. Gotta give him that.
Fellas, is it just me, or is Shecky's performance here lacking a certain sense of humor?
Are you kidding? He was rough. Get a day job.
You're right, and he wasn't very funny either.
What do you mean I wasn't funny? You guys wouldn't know a punchline if it hit you in the face.
All right. Fun times.
You unlock the door to your room and go in. After some rest, you feel better.
I want to see if the Domovoy has anything to say.
After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better.
All right.
You're getting tired.
That should be enough time. Ah, but he's not here. Oh well.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Sleep until morning.
In your sleep, you seem to hear voices.
Just like every night.
Do you see him?
Yes, he is sleeping. Most likely in the inn, although it is hard to focus the vision enough to tell.
I do not understand why you did not just capture him in the first place. The charades you play are foolish.
Silence! To serve us, it will be for the best if he acts under his own free will. Why make an enemy out of a willing tool? Oh, but I forget. He is already your enemy.
This is not someone to play games with, I say. If he finds out what is going on, he will never cooperate. Besides, you risk his death. Mordavia is a very dangerous place.
I think he is quite capable of taking care of himself. Besides, I have ways of making him cooperate, as you well know. I will use them only if I must.
The voices fade off into oblivion.
Huh. I've got some pretty good hearing.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ah, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. Let's go say hi to the dwarf. Or the gnome.
It doesn't budge. You straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count.
Uh-oh.
A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
That was just Jonathan Rhys Davies voice acting.
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Gets you every time. A million laughs. How are you? Good to see you. Nice see you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the bad waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in. Get it?
No.
Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me.
Let's talk. Ooh, it's a rubber chicken.
The rubber chicken squeals as you pick it up and squeeze it.
Well, you'll have to keep her now. You obviously rubber the right way. Rubber, get it?
Great.
The strange comedian you had the misfortune to listen to the other night sits on the bed. He looks at you with a twisted grin.
A twisted grin.
I ain't got no sense of humor. I can't get no sense of humor. And I try, don't know why, gotta fly, say goodbye. What's the matter? You a music critic, so I can't tell a joke? Sue me. I'm comedically challenged. A phoebe of a fool. A dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak.
Wow, he sings just about as well as I do.
Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues. She has no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. How was I to know she was in the audience at the time? Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic. So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned.
I sense a quest.
Putin ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course. Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately. It's hard to be hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct. Punny, you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately.
I mean, he's not terrible.
This place is really dead, you know? I've had a livelier audience in a graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks, huh? Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy.
I think that's actually a pretty good summation, yeah.
What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what are you doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers. You should see some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before. Or you, for that matter. I ain't got...
I just want to check here if I missed something.
She has no... any... So... She...
Nope. Alright, cool. Alright. Well, we got a rubber chicken out of the deal. And we learned a little about this guy.
I ask you, what do you call a dinosaur crashing into a wall? Late for supper, of course. See you later, crocodile.
Alright, let's get some breakfast.
You eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It has more than a bit of garlic added for spice.
Alright.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
Yeah. Let's buy some sandwiches. Our daily routine. We're gonna run out of money pretty soon.
Do you have any news?
I think I know where your husband is.
Boris was a white.
Let's get some more rations.
Good night, and don't let the bedbugs bite, as my husband used to say.
Hey, Igor, what's new?
Oh, bad place.
Yep, heard that one.
Cemetery east of town. Guild there. Oh, Igor not here. Igor Barry
Nothing new. Let's work out.
There's only a certain amount of punishment your body can...
Okay. And before we end the episode, let's see if we can't get that rehydration solution again. Green, 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 red, purple, 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 green. Is it just me, or are they getting harder?
I have made substantial progress with my Frankie since your last visit. With the MESS recalibrated, I was able to focus the initial stimulation and have achieved the first traces of independent muscular coordination. See for yourself. It is not often that ordinary people such as yourself have the opportunity to witness true genius. I expect that you are feeling especially honored just now.
I absolutely am. Such a pleasure.
I named Frankie after one of my colleagues who did some preliminary research into tissue reanimation. My success in this experiment will make me one of the premier researchers at this year's scientific ball. The MESS is my patented magnetical electrical stimulation system. With it, I am able to re-establish neuron paths through formerly dead tissue. It also can be a good companion on those lonely Friday nights in the lab. When we have learned to take a science...
Okay, let's get some potions.
Here you are. One. Here you are. Oh, I am still cleaning up the mess from...
Alright. That's the same one again? Really? Alright, earth, fire, pizza, earth, fire.
Yes, that sounds just right. By the way, I could use some groo goo for one of my experiments. It would be most...
I can actually give you some Groo Goo right now.
That is terrific! This is just what I need for my experiments. As I promised, here is your rehydration solution.
Awesome.
I am looking forward to the successful completion of my Frankie experiment. My first attempt was a bush I dug up in the forest garden. The operation was a great success. Unfortunately, the patient died. I hope to correct that minor difficulty in my new experiment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, once again, thank you for joining me on my adventure through Mordavia in Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. I'm Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.